Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the USC Trojans offense will go to work first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bowman.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
What a great job by the defense understanding where they're on the field. Listen, the wide side of the field's this way. They're going to try to run that sweep, identifying it, flying like madmen to the football, just understanding speed and space. I got to be ready for that, and they were.
To the air, it's Mayava. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Stanford's offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Zings it complete to the right. Gets away from one, finds room. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's 4. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. That's caught. It's 4. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Just keep slinging it. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Rushes on him. Caught over the middle. It's Sanders. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Brown wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Now, that was a blitz for the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out, you generally always account for the middle linebacker. There's no reason to let him run clean like that.
The Cardinal in increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Working the big fella downfield and outside. He's loose down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Stanford!
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. So now it's 2nd and long. The run to the left. Breaks the tackle. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game in picking up the 1st down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sanders. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. You would have really hoped that you would have gotten that extra yard on 3rd down, but now on 4th, and maybe you still have to go for it.
And it's interesting. 3rd and 1, you throw the football. The more physical team usually wins. Do you feel confident enough to run the football early in the game in your own territory? Can you go get 1 yard with the running game? I'm always the guy that's going to roll the dice and go for it.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The give from the gun. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Quickly complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Working that left side now. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Ford. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Irvin. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Looking for room, it's Ford. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with...
Oh, a lot of space. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Irvin. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. They go to the wide receiver screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback running on the draw.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They've been great on third down. Now to finish the deal on first and goal. put it in. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Brown will throw it. Touchdown, Cardinal! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Jordan. I know you want to stretch the field horizontally, but working a little vertical in wouldn't hurt either.
No, it wouldn't, and you got to be able to work with some space. There's an entire field that we got to attack on offense right now. That was just way too much work for little gain.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Lets it fly. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. Plows through the defense. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Looking to throw on 1st down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for a crease, it's Ford. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give to the back. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, you can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Lemon. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. They'll run the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Brown wants to pass. Got him downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Ford. Powers through the defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Brown will throw it. Pressure coming. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Jordan. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Trying to set up the screen. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now on second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. Here's the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Brown will throw it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Oh, he's got a chance. Fighting off the defender. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Strachan. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Going with the ground game left. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. It's complete. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
To the air, it's Mayava. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the middle. They march 72 yards, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He'll keep it himself. It's a seam wide open. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. He pulled it and kept it on the option, but he couldn't keep it away from the defense.
I think the QB made the right decision not to pitch it. He needs to do a better job with ball security. The defense, they were able to get and swarm to him quickly and dislodge the football from his body.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the score. Turning on the Jets. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front seven, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in the run game, and they got gashed there.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Running to Green. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give on the inside.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run play action. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Looking for the score. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll try the run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. On 3rd and long, the blitz pretty much puts the offense out of its misery with the sack.
Yeah, and it's so tough for the offensive line when you get in these situations and you know all these fast athletes are going to be getting after the quarterback. Who's coming, who's not coming. This is why you try to stay out of 3rd and longs, because bad things happen.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field.
Makes the ground to the 25, and there's room. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Rides to back and leaves it. Hard running there. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Brown will throw it. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. They've done the work to build a nice cushion, now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. He'll do it himself on the draw. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is denied. No good on the 2-point try, and the lead remains at 5. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. He makes a catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Trying play action. Makes the catch. It's Irvin. Quick step and go. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Reads it, fires complete.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far, and the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
Leaves it with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Brown wants to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the 3rd down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Still up by 5 after missing that chance to put a little padding on it, guys. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the run, it's Jordan. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Lemon. There he goes. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
He's got it on the outside. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Trojans are on the move. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit too for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The give to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. He'll do it himself. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Now the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some out-breaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you got to do something to create separation.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Trying to bully their way in. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Stanford could choose to go for it all here on 2nd and inches. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation that's interesting. Do they want to throw the football?
Lots of running room. He's loose. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Brown will throw it. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.